YouTube does not like that for some reason. They keep calling me. Is this Bobby Brown? Is this Bobby Brown? You playing some music on my? I'm like, no,
you can't. So you can't hear this, right? It's not working.
I can hear it, but it's very faint.
I think Jerry came and broke my soundboard. Thanks, Jerry. There he goes. Came and sabotaged me.
So what's happening, everybody?
I drove all the way up to Prosper to
do that. I knew it. I knew it. I should have never given you that key.
I know.
So I want to talk about a cool subject that I think is relevant to our business and very helpful. And here's the thing. I'm going to throw it right out there, right off the bat. I'm going to be doing it live on one of the shows, making calls to someone else's database. I'm going to pick somebody. Anybody want to volunteer? Give me 20. There's Johnny back, live in action. Johnny's. Watch, he's going to go sideways here in a minute. Yeah. We're going to go upside down. He said, shake. What'd you say, John? Shake the pennies out of your pocket. You guys feeling upside down right
That's
now?
right.
So I put a little prezi like this is who on this call, if anybody, has somebody calling their past database for them? Nobody? So everybody's doing it themselves.
That's the reason to call your past database.
But it does it have to be done by you?
It's the gas in the car. Why would I outsource the most important piece of the puzzle?
Okay.
Where I get 50 to 60% of my income from past clients and their influence.
Okay.
Yeah, Sean, if you got the time. If you've got the time, right? Because at some point in time, you get to, you've got to farm it out because you've got to stay focused on other parts of the business, right? So
to that point, I think you create an A list and a B list and a C list. The A list is your people are sending you more than one transaction a year, maybe 4. The B list is you get 1 transaction from them a year, and the C list is you haven't gotten any, and you outsource B and C, but you call A. That's just, I'm just doing that off the top of my head, but.
Yeah. But what if you're not doing it? Is it okay for someone else to do it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Shame on you, but yeah.
Like how many people here are calling like religiously, consistently, persistently touching their database every quarter by phone, by voicemail? Sean is. Anybody else? Jerry is. Margot's thinking about it. Little body language there.
I call, but to Sean's point, I call the A's.
Okay.
So I feel like it's my B's and C's that are missing. They get touches from me, but not that call. So I'm looking forward to this, Scott. This will be good because John has been my dialer for a long time. My husband, who's on my team, and we got away from that for a couple of years for various reasons, and he's going to get back into that. So this is very timely. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, and Kim, I'm going to be doing it. So I'm going to be doing it for somebody else, like consistently, persistently every single day. So I'll be bringing results, but it's for them. I have a script in here, so I just want to go over this. But I think that if you're, this is where we're going to take the human element of this, because this is something that AI really can't do. Is and here's the thing: these people know you, remember you, and like you. They've done business with you. These are your past database, and so if you're calling your A's, great. But like, what about the ones you're not calling? So are you? And the one thing I want to bring up to you, and I'm just going to go over this really quick. It's a short, sweet. Why this matters? Okay, most LOs know that they should be calling their database regularly. Many won't, despite good intentions. Calls never happen. Can't stay consistent. Start strong, fade fast. Sound familiar? The problem isn't knowledge. The problem is execution. We talked about this a lot. The fear. Here's the fear that everybody has, I think, right now. It's like, and we've had some past coaches say that that's the number one money-making activity, but a lot of people aren't doing it. So if it's the number one thing that if we just spend 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour, the 20% that makes us 80%, here's the fear. If I don't call my database myself, something bad will happen. Well, I'm going to show you that nothing bad's going to happen. Amazing things happen. Now, in reference to this, it's somebody else doing it. Your clients get better service. And so here, the next one is really important. The real reframe. Is it about you or is it about the service? Not ego or personal touch. It's about like how am I helping my clients stay up to date, stay current, stay relevant? How am I helping myself stay visible? Consistency wins. Regular contact builds trust. Top of mind. Is top of mind a big thing right now? As we go into the new year, people like if people
No
are
question.
thinking about buying, selling, investing, are they thinking about the spring right now? Yeah. Are there the 6 Ds happening right now in your phone? You guys know what the 6 Ds are, right? This is something that happens every single day in your phone. Somebody in your phone knows death, divorce, diamonds, diapers, debt, and I'm done. I'm done living here. And so those are happening every single day on a percentage basis in your phone. So if you don't call your database, hire someone who will. Delegate what you won't do consistently. Done beats perfect, Sean, right? What do you think, Sean? Done beats perfect? Done for you is better than not done at all. So momentum builds.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If it doesn't care who makes the call. Watch it happen in real time. So I'm going to pick someone whether today or whatever. If anybody wants to raise their hand and say I'm in, like I will call your database for you and I will use your name. And here's the script. So call their database, watch what happens. Nothing bad. Okay. Hey, this is Scott. I work closely with Sean Shallis. Man, I just wanted to call in. He wanted me to give you a call and man, just say hello. And how have you guys been doing? You guys doing all right? Happy New Year, by the way. Just wanted to see if there's anything we can do to help put you guys in a better financial situation now or in the future. Anybody else you know that might need my services or just some advice? That's it. If I made 20, 30, 40 of those calls for Sean, do you think maybe it take me 100 to get one? I don't know. But if I did it, would I have as much success as Sean? I don't know. Probably not. But would I show respect? Would I show consistency? Would I show a service that very few other loan officers even think about doing? They don't call their database to begin with. They don't have somebody else call their database. It's the least amount of money you can spend to have somebody do this for you. With me?
100%.
And then the law of 23. This is what blows my mind the biggest. Okay. So and every time I do this presentation, I pull up the law of 23. And the law of 23 is every single one person in your database is 23. What were you gonna say, Devin?
I'm just saying I 100% agree with you. And I've got a story to share too whenever
Let's hear it.
you want. So, we've heard this before, but, I think this is really relevant today because you're talking about giving up something in your business, especially if you're not doing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, at the end of the day, this goes back to Henry Ford, right?
100%.
And, we've heard this story before, but I actually got some quotes in here that I was going to throw in, but ultimately, one of the problems that Henry Ford had was he had a difficult time scaling and growing because he was the welder for the business, right? So he was the best one in the shop. And as a result of that, he was literally fixing every single problem that was coming into that business, right? So if there was a weld that needed to be fixed, he was the one that had to fix it. And finally, somebody really close to him pushed him aside and said, the reason we're not growing is because you're the best welder here. And that is the problem, right? It's because you are the best welder. You're the best at it. Nobody can do it better than you. You're right. But that's the problem because we can't grow. And he had to take a hard look at that and basically make some transitions in the way he was thinking, because when he was able to give that up and give it to somebody else who was great at it as well, just not as good as him, he was able to start getting into other parts of the business that allowed for it to scale and grow. And what this quote that it says is growth begins the moment you stop asking, can I do this better than anyone else? And start asking, who can I build so this doesn't need me anymore? And I think that's powerful, right? Like, who can I build or who can I add so this job doesn't need me anymore? Because that's what's going to allow for you to scale, is when you can find the right person, the who, not you, right?
Not you.
That can do the job 80% or 90% as good as you did, that allows for you to get in other parts of your business that are going to scale and grow. And Kim, like you said, you're getting to that point in your business. So there's got to be somebody out there that can do it almost as good as you, right? And then we go back and we think about, doctors and lawyers who all have assistants that answer and call their clients, right? Do we think any less of them because their assistant is reaching out on their behalf? No, we don't. They're thinking about me. They're calling me. They're outreaching me. And I can tell you right now, my dentist, if I don't show up for an appointment, the receptionist calls me to try to book me in for an appointment because they want to make sure that I'm getting my teeth cleaning done every year, right? And I don't think any less of the doctor because he didn't pick up the phone and call me, right? So, you can have people that are out there reaching out to your clients on your behalf. You can 100% do it. And if you don't have the time to do it, you're definitely going to cost yourself money because somebody else is calling your database if you're not calling them.
Well, this happened yesterday. I called on Friday or Saturday, I can't remember, and I said, "Hey, I need a room painted." So I called a couple local companies, 5-star, and I'm like, "Hey, I need a room painted." Like one company's like, "We only do 2 rooms or more." I'm like, "Okay." Call the next one. Call the company. "Yeah, we'll come out." So the guy comes out. Is it the owner of the company? No, it's a painter for the company. So the owner's growing a business where he has other people that do it as good. So it's the same thing. And Devin, I think that's huge. Fire, like Gary Vee says it best, fire yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, Margo, go ahead.
Yeah, I got something to share. I recently left my previous employer back a couple months ago, and they are calling my entire database because that's what they do. And I'm seeing the results of that because my clients are calling me and saying, "Oh yeah, your guy Jason called me," and So
it was a
and
bonus.
then you're engaging it. So I know it's happening, but not the way I want it. So
but you're getting the results from somebody else. You're not even there anymore, but they're still calling you because they know you, like you, trust you, and they know that you're the last correspondent, email. That's why when we talk about the basics, if you're not calling, texting, emailing, social media, comments, so no matter who touches your database, they will come to you if they remember you.
They circle right back. Yep.
No matter who's doing it.
Yep.
It's the most powerful thing in the world. But if you're sitting back going, "I hope they call me today. I hope I get a deal today." Like Doug, my good friend of mine, he says, "Hopium's not a strategy. I hope that this happens." Yeah. Sean, what you got, buddy?
Hey man, I'll retract what I was saying earlier is why would you? And then I realized that when at one point when I was a realtor, I went from doing 2 or 3 deals a month to doing about 8 or 10 a month with three people on a team.
Mm.
And when I hired my first sales support guy, what I had him do was, to Kim's point, the conversation was real simple. And as I'm reading your script, I remember it. I go, "Hey, you know what? Hey, Kim, Sean asked me to reach out to you, give you a call while he's looking for other opportunities for you. He wanted me to just make sure there's nothing that you needed. Is there anything in your real estate career, your life that's changed in the past 12 months? And that would, and he would call those people. And then the other thing is what I've come to put on my, now on my mortgage business, and I'm doing this because I'm back to doing 5 to 7 a month. I'm now trying to do this, go to the next jump. And the people that I'm putting in that bucket and using this type of a script, which would be great for somebody else to do, is the lost opportunity. So I work with Scott for a month. I get his loan all teed up. I get him ready to go. I get him pre-approved. I get the final approval, and he comes back to me right before we close and says, "Oh, by the way, the builder gave me a better deal, and I'm going with him."
Mm.
So let's say that was Kim. I put Kim in a bucket tagged as lost opportunity, but had a great relationship with her.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll either I or somebody else can follow up on that person and say, "Hey, Scott, we just want to let you know your rate has actually come down to a point where Sean can actually help you save some money. Would you like to get on a call with him?" Whenever I had my team, ironically enough, they were in different locations, but they would always talk as though me and Kim were standing shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
And they would say, "Let me see if I can get him on the phone. You want me to see if I can get him on the phone?"
Yeah.
If it was an opportunity to make money. If it wasn't an opportunity to make money and they just wanted to BS, they'd be like, "I know he's really busy. Let me see if I can get you in his calendar later this afternoon."
You just never know.
They would never put somebody in my money time, but they would put them in my calendar for that afternoon.
Love it. And it's about, man, if we make this about relationships and not transactions, I think it's been and I've said this a million times, it's been transactional the last 20 years. And if we turn this into relationships, AI has no chance. Because even if AI is reaching out and they know you, like you, trust you, and they know they can trust you, they know they can call you and get an honest upfront answer, no matter who has AI the best of the best, they're still going to call and reach out to you if you stay relevant, present, consistent, persistent. Firm believer in that. So is Jamie Miller. So does anybody not understand the law of 23? Because I think a lot of people miss this. Like, and I've had conversations with people like, yeah, my database, I just can't get anything out of it. And so if you switch, because we get what we ask for. So if we ask, who do you know? Like, who of your friends, family, coworkers, who is it that is looking to buy, sell, or invest, or that consolidate that I can help out? That you know. And so if we put that in their head, if we just do that, if we go who, instead of can I help you, if we go who, they're going to go, well, it's funny you bring this up. I was thinking about it last night. So it'll always come back to them, even if you don't ask them directly. So there's 23 of every, so you got 100 people, you got 2,300 opportunities in your phone. And there's no way those 2,300 in your phone aren't looking to don't have one of the 60s going, not looking to buy, sell, or invest, kids buying home, kids college home. Like what just like, is anybody talking about buying a home for their kid in college, a 3-unit or 4-unit? I used to do those all the time. Like it's a no, they live for free. It's just like, if you start there, is that talking about investment properties? And
now they're talking about buying a home for their parents.
Exactly. Yes. It's just never ending. So it's like whatever you put out there is going to come back. I truly believe. Yeah, I'll put these slides in the thing. So the only real risk is letting your database go cold. This is costing you thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars. Lost referrals, forgotten relationships, missed opportunities, competitors filling the void. Oops. So your decision, call yourself, commit to consistency. You can absolutely do it yourself. Spend the 90 minutes doing it. You'll have the best year you've ever had. Hire it done. Invest in execution. Either way, they got to happen. Otherwise, someone's going to take them. I'm going to go back to this slide again, just to be sure. Like, missed opportunities, competitors filling the void. I get stuff from Rocket all the time. Like mailers, emails, like the video escrow. Did you guys has anybody got a video escrow analysis video? And it says my name in the video. You know, it's all AI generated. Hey, your payments. Hey, Scott. It literally says, hey, Scott, your payment's changing. And it shows, here's what it is. Here's what it's going to. If you have any questions, click the link below so we can fix this for you. And it was all I mean, like, that was pretty cool. Because my payment went down. So that was pretty cool. Right? Any questions on that? Johnny, we teach, is John Hink still here?
Sure am.
Johnny, you teach a lot of this in Cageless, and I know you have some cool things coming up. Do you want to talk a little bit about, like, I had the event page, and I don't know if you have it or you have some cool stuff coming up.
Yeah. We're gonna be doing 2 events in Raleigh and in Greensboro in North Carolina. So I'm very excited about that. And then we'll be in Charlotte the following month, in Charleston and Somerville. We'll start doing some webinar things as well, but this is a really good topic because a lot what we teach in our workshops is the specific marketing, especially to our database. You know, and database to me is more than just my past clients. It's everybody in my life and how we classify them and how we market them. How deep do we go into that type of marketing? But having someone call your database, if it's not being done at all, then I mean, it's a no-brainer in my opinion. And there's so many different ways to touch your database that we teach. But to me, the most powerful is just the phone call. And, having someone else call for me, I don't know, man, my database is too big for me to do it by myself. So having someone doing it for me is key.
Yeah.
You know,
good stuff.
I mean, it's a great tool if you can figure it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We'll do a phone class how to push those buttons like later on.
Yeah. But it's an easy phone call.
Yeah, it's easy. Yeah,
it's such an easy phone call.
Even if they don't remember, even if they don't know who you are, like I always make the calls in a just. Even when I meet somebody, like I don't know if you guys have ever done this before, but I love to play the game. So like I'll walk up to somebody I've never met. I'm like, hey, how you been?
Yeah.
And the look on their face is like, okay, I know I'm supposed to know this guy. God darn it, I just don't remember him.
I'm the guy that put you in debt for 30 years. You should know me.
That's right. But it's funny. It's funny doing it though, man. You see the look on their face. You're like, and then if they got a name badge on, I call it like, hey, Kelly, how have you been? She's like, I walked into a restaurant, never been in before. I did this. Like, how you been, man? He goes, good, man. So glad to have you back. I'm like, perfect response, bro. Like that was good. Like this the yin for yang. It was so good. So like this when you make these calls, assume that they remember you. Don't, hey, do you remember me? Like, no, just assume they do. Act like it's your best friend. And have a good, hey man, it's Scotty. Just want to call and check in, see how you guys are doing. I could call people that never maybe even had a mortgage before and they'd be like, what?
And it's funny, there's things like, you know, for every client that we probably have, or for whoever's in our database, whether how we market to them and so forth, even if it's been forever, if you have something in your database that just has a little bit of an inkling of who they were, and it was 2 years ago, and you haven't talked to them in 2 years ago, and you just bring it up out of nowhere, and they probably won't even remember it until it kind of just triggers in their brain. It's that instant connect after you do it, and they're like, oh man, I can't believe you remember that from 2 years ago, but it's like right there in front of you. So if you do have someone calling you or calling for you, you know, if you can try to put in your list little fun little quirks about them and so forth, that will help you with the connection for them when they call.
Absolutely.
So in your database, always put those little personal things in there if you can.
Absolutely. All right. Brad's on his fasting. I can tell he's drinking a gallon of water.
I'm over here taking like 15 vitamins.
Dude, come on, man.
My nutritionist, man, he like gives me all this stuff to take. It's like I drink a gallon of water by the time I take my last vitamin.
Brad, what do you think about all this, man? What's your input on calling your past database?
Well, yeah, I mean, if you want to make calls, most people don't want to. So I think it's great. I think it's the number one. I mean, making calls in general, but yeah, we were doing a coaching call last Thursday for Cerberus, and one of the members was talking about how they bought this list from the title company. And then I said, well, are you calling your past clients? And she said, no. And I said, well, use that list to start your like your next fire, your barbecue, whatever, go burn that list. Like call people that know you already.
Yeah. Amen. Crazy.
It's the thing is like AI, right? Like I'm so involved in AI, like I've done so much with it, but like all of that is to have conversations. Right, like to make it more efficient to get somebody on the other side of the phone to talk with you, because that's inevitably what's going to get them to work with you is the relationship building part of it.
Yeah,
it's highly important.
Anybody have a success story they want to share before we head out? Jerry, Jerry, I'm sorry. Just saw your hand there.
What Brad just said about AI. Sending out doing an AI call to schedule an appointment with your people or to ask questions, would that be something that would be even a possibility? I mean, I still like doing my Wednesday calls that I do, but to go through the database using the AI to say, hey, Jerry's thinking about you. What's a good time for you to have a conversation?
No, because I mean, first of all, like you have certain legalities. You can't just like unleash AI on your database. So that's the first thing. The second thing is if I called your clients, Jerry, and for me, and you were having AI call your clients for you, I'm going to steal all your clients. Like AI is still AI, and it's
yeah. I kind of thought that was the answer. I just wanted to ask because it came up in my head.
Yeah, like I was talking to a guy yesterday. I mean, the conversational AI, like through like SMS and Facebook messaging, is going to be a little bit better than the voice. The voice I've been testing for like 4 months, and I'm still not 100% sold on it. I think it sucks. I'm just testing it because I don't have time to call my leads. But And I want to figure it out to maybe change my response. But right now my response is like, do it yourself or have somebody. Like I was talking to somebody yesterday and they were talking about like we have automation set up where we have Facebook messages coming in automatically, and then we have the AI responding to their comments, sending them messages. And I'm like, dude, like in a perfect world, like if I had the time, I wouldn't do any of that. I would be having the conversations myself, right? Because you're prompting AI to say certain things, and it's not going to be as good if you were saying those things. It's just laziness, right?
Now, I do believe Brad's theory on voice drops, voiceless voice drops.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, that because look at statistically, thanks, Scott. That's actually a great way. That's what people will do is like they'll get AI to call their people, but like statistically, 10% of outbound calls are returned if they're missed, and maybe 15 to 20% of outbound calls are answered. So like you can sit here and make 100 calls over the next 4 hours, or you could just do 1,000 ringless voicemail drops without a voicemail, and it's going to look like a missed call. So you still might end up talking to 100 people. Worst case, you talk to 50 people, but you literally did nothing except for block and tackle as the calls were coming in.
Yeah. Crazy. So does that make sense when I say voiceless voicemail? Craig, what you got, buddy?
You know, I think a lot of these tools, Brad had to laugh at you because we've known each other for a long time, is I think people try to find a path that's the lazy route. I don't want to make the calls. And I was at a group meeting, I think, on Saturday, and we had 35 guys in there, and they go, Craig, you make so many calls, but I'm really looking for 5 or 6 good conversations throughout the day.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
And sometimes I dial 85, 90 calls, which sounds like a monster number, but a lot of it just leaving voicemails, and our system's a little different in doing it. But the point being is people in general are lazy.
Thank God, right? It's easy to win in this business.
You're exactly right, Scotty. So it leaves more business tips.
No,
but if you just do the fundamentals of the business, you'll be fine.
Well,
the fundamentals is the basic. Keep the basics. You will win, like hands down, if you just do the basics.
Yep.
On steroids.
Well, that's the opportunity. That's the opportunity. Like that's what we've been talking about. Like everybody's trying to replace themselves.
I know.
Right? Like, yeah, like I see people like, oh, I created an AI avatar. Yeah, you took an hour to create something where their jaw melts away and doesn't even sound like you. I used AI to create a script that took 3 minutes, and I took another 10 minutes to actually create a 9-minute video of me talking to people. Like I had somebody ask me the other day, like, those videos you're doing, they're cool, man. Your AI is really good. I'm like, that's not AI, it's me, bro. Like, what are we talking about?
That was it, yeah.
I mean, voice drops are not new. We've been using them for 10, 15 years. And you want to get fun with it, take your database, take your whole database, sort it by first name, take all the Bobs, send them all a voiceless email, a voiceless voice drop that just says, hey, Bob, I had a quick question for you, give me a call. And then go to whatever the next first name is that has the most people in it. Hey, Mary, I had a quick question for you, give me a call. When they hear their first name, they'll call you back. Then it's an offensive phone call.
But Scotty.
Yeah.
All right. So a couple of things. One is this is how I scaled my business previously, is having someone do the calls. I was fortunate that John came to work with me and started making those calls several years ago. And having someone else call your database, agreed, because I couldn't scale without having someone else call. And this is before the days of all this AI assistance, which I don't have AI call my database. But anyway, it worked. It doubled my volume, within a year or two. And so back then I was like a 20 million a year. It went to 40 million a year. And then 2020 hit and we went to 100 million, right? But I mean, it was 2020 and 21. So that's not really bragging when it's, that market, but it went like Zoom because I already had that in place. So I think the key is like opportunities are going to arise. You never know when that timing is going to happen. So having it in place was the key. It was the only way that I was able to manage that kind of volume with my same team, was that I had a dialer and I had John calling everyone. And then I also had him helping me call leads, because then like Brad said, like I didn't have time to call my leads then. So having someone else who can call, getting comfortable with that, and having someone else who can talk to your database, I agree, is super valuable and the way to scale. And then and one other thing you said, the missed opportunities, that was, I think Sean was talking about that. You guys, that is your low hanging fruit. Scott, I am relentless in my pursuit of the past potential clients who didn't go with me or just didn't do anything yet. It doesn't matter if they bought with someone else or if they didn't do anything yet. I pursue, and they convert. Either they're a refi because they went with someone else and now it's time to refi, or I just had one I sent a video email to my database yesterday it went out to like 3,500 people, but this time I didn't mess it up. It went only one time.
You should have messed it up.
Right. And, but one of the responses that I got that's already started the application was from 5.5 years ago. They were referred to me and they wanted to buy a place, and I kept the notes in my database. And when they reconnected with me, they haven't responded to me in over 5 years.
Ooh.
When they responded to this, I went back to my notes, and I think John said this, keep the notes in your database, because I was able to say, hey, I remember you moved back here from Europe after living there for 20 years. I had the notes. And then I said, so did you buy in Kitsap then? And he said, no, actually, we're still renting, and now we want to buy in Seattle. And I'm like, perfect, let's get that going for you. But because I had the notes, he thought I remembered.
Wow.
Huge.
Yeah, right. Huge.
Yeah.
Right.
So yep, keep the notes and keep following up, and don't feel like it's not personal. They didn't reject you if they didn't do something with you
Amen.
in the last few years, or just start now. If you haven't kept track of your leads that didn't close with you, start now.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Someone said it earlier. It was just, I mean, that database, that list is your business, period. A lot of people think you have to go and get more people. If you just sit down and write all the people that you already have, you've already got it. Then you just have to go through the whole thing. And it's actually kind of fun to go through each list. And if you don't have anything specific or fun about the person that you're about to call, just call them and find something out and then put it in. But those are fun phone calls, because that's the easy phone call, because the fear of rejection is just not there. What are you going to get rejected? The hell with you for calling on me and checking on me. I mean, so it should just be something you block out every day to just do, or do the, 1 day a week, however you do it. But, I'm sorry, I couldn't remember who it was, but they said it was 60% of their business. I mean, imagine taking that business and doubling it. If it's 60%, that's a true business, in my opinion.
If you're going to do it 1 day a week, John, just take the total number in your database, divide it by 13, and you'll hit everybody once a quarter. That's it. Sure. You don't have to do A's and B's. You just do 13 divided by 13, and you'll hit everybody in your database once a quarter. You'll have exactly the number you need to call each week, and you can even spread it out over 5 days. So you got 35 people, right? Just divide that out. You're calling 7 people a day, 5 days a week. You got it done. And you're hitting everybody. Can everybody here make 7 calls a week? Now, some of you got bigger databases. You got to make a few more calls, but that's it. That's literally all it takes.
And man, I don't want you guys to forget about the reticular activator. The reason you're doing this is because when it hits and you're thinking about buying, selling, investing, it's what they're going to, it's time. Not only that, if their friends, family, coworkers get to that point where they're thinking about buying, selling, investing. Now you're hitting them. Then you can't turn that reticular activator off. You can't. It's a chemical. It's a thing that happens in the brain that does not go away until even after it's satisfied. You're still thinking about buying, selling, investing, and seeing for sale signs for a while after. And so all those conversations they have with their friends during the conversation, the best time to get a referral is during the time that they're buying, selling, or investing, or debt consolidation, because that's what it's the front and center in their mind. So to not call them and ask them for that,
Yep. And I met with some clients yesterday that I did a loan for over 20 years ago. And they were like, we're never going to do another mortgage. I'm like, that's okay. I'm going to stay in touch. They've sent me all of their kids and who are now, in their 40s, basically. And I've helped them. And then yesterday they came and met with me, drove 45 minutes one way to sit down with me, because they wanted to talk to me about their grandson who wants to buy that house that they live in.
Dang.
And they won't let him work with anyone else.
Love it. Love it.
Keep calling.
Yeah, that's great. Good stuff.
Scott, I think I fixed the soundboard, by the way. I'm not sure.
Let's
So you
try
have
it,
to
baby. What are we
sample.
going
Let's
out
try it.
with? Hey, same
Yeah,
time,
well, I don't
same
know.
place
Let's give it a
tomorrow.
shot.
MLO live show. Hey, don't miss. I'm not gonna say the date
Have
yet.
a backup
but
button.
you have a
Scott,
backup.
just in case
Okay,
it
I
didn't
got
work.
you.
Don't
All
miss
right,
tomorrow.
guys.
What was it? Come on, man. Let's hear
No,
it.
I'm not. No, I don't know when yet. So it's either Thursday or Friday. But I got a special guest on. You guys aren't gonna want to miss this. It's has to do
Ooh,
with.
let's
It
go.
might just have to do with your database and skip tracing, and loans in.
Like it.
Mhm.
Mm.
Have a
All right,
good
we
day,
ready?
everybody. Let's do it, baby.
Let's do it,
Let's do
man.
it.
Is it working?
Yeah.
Is it working?
Yeah.